Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Brianna. Today will be a short, just gentle practice, and we'll get you moving your body and then get you on with your morning. So go ahead, we'll start seated today. If you have something to sit up on, a blanket or a pillow, go ahead and grab it. And also while you're at it, any props you have, I'm gonna recommend a block and a strap and a pillow if you need it. And we'll go ahead and either cross at the ankles or the shins. Whatever feels better in your body. And if you're crossing at either the ankles or the shins, try to get tightly compact here. So get the ankles almost right above the knees and we'll flex the feet. So just getting the pelvis in line, getting the knees right over the ankles best you can. If this isn't comfortable, you can always extend one leg out. Or grab some blocks, wedge them underneath the knees. Go ahead, take the hands to the tops of the thighs, slide them back just a little bit so we get a nice opening in the chest. Roll the shoulders up, back, and then relax the nape of the neck. Go ahead and close the eyes just to begin. Just noticing what your body is like this morning. Notice how the breath is flowing and just notice what your starting point is. And slowly start to deepen the breath, inhaling through the nose. Stay lifted in the chest as you exhale the breath all the way out. Just getting a nice rhythm going. Inhale, fill the lower belly, side ribs, top of the chest. Stay lifted as you exhale through the nose, all the air out. Inhaling, fill up. And exhaling, relax the shoulders, soften the facial muscles. Good, keep the breath flowing. Just feel both sit bones root down evenly into the mat. Keep the chest lifting, side ribs lifting. And the breath is flowing nice and smooth. Notice how you could feel the breath move in 3 directions. So side ribs expanding, lungs expanding in all directions. Good, keep the eyes closed. Nice and slowly sweep the arms up and over the head. Seal the palms at the top. Exhale, hands to heart. And then lower the mind down toward the fingertips. If you'd like to set an intention for this morning's practice, just make it a little more purposeful. Now's the time. Given these home practices, there tends to be a lot of distractions. Technology, cell phones, TVs, animals. So just see if you can become just really present in this short time we have together. Once you have that intention in place, nice deep breath in. Exhale, release the palms to the thighs, lift the chin, and softly blink the eyes open. We'll take a twist. Left hand to right knee, right arm behind the back. Inhale, root the sit bones, lift the side rib cage, and then very slowly start to twist. You can use the left hand as a little external lever to help press the chest open. And the head will be the last to go. Every inhale, lift the chest a little higher. Every exhale, allow the right shoulder to gently slide down the back. Good, inhale, come all the way back to center. Right arm will come out to the side, left arm up and over for a lateral stretch. Maybe bend the right elbow. If you want to take it a little deeper, walk the hand out just a bit. And that left hand, spin the pinky finger in towards the face. So we get an external rotation of the arm bone. And if you find that the left sit bone is lifting up, see if you could anchor them both down. Spinning the left rib cage back slightly. And if it's all right in your neck, look up underneath the top arm. One more breath. Stay here for the exhale. Good, inhale, come all the way up. Inhale, sweep the arms. Interlace the fingers, press the heels of the palms toward the ceiling. See if we can lift the back ribs up just a little bit. Relax the nape of the neck. Nice deep breath in, perhaps look up. Exhale, round the back. Bring the fingers towards the front of the room. Round the spine, navel's pulling in. Inhale, rock to the front of the sit bones as you lift up. Nice deep breath. Maybe look up. Exhale, pull it in and round. Feel the shoulder blades spread apart. Inhale, we rock to the front of the sit bones. Nice deep breath in. Maybe look up. Exhale, round it in. Good, inhale, lift up. And then exhale, we'll take our twist. Right hand to left knee, left arm behind the back. Inhale, lift up, exhale, twist. Left shoulder blade, slide it down the back. See if we can isolate the twist from the upper spine. So right in between the shoulder blades, see if you can isolate the twist, not so much the lower back. And then the head will be the last to go. Good, slowly unwind, left hand out to the side, right arm up and over. Spin the pinky finger in towards the face. And then maybe bend the left elbow, maybe walk the fingertips out slightly. Maybe you just stay here. You find that the left sit bone is, or the right sit bone rather, is lifting up. Come out of the pose just a little bit so both sit bones root down. Good. And then gently spin the rib cage. The right rib cage spinning back just a bit. If it's all right in the neck, look up. If not, just go ahead and look down or even to the side of the room. Good, inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Interlace the fingers the other way, other thumb on top. Press the heels of the hands up towards the ceiling. Keep the sit bones rooting. And if you notice the front ribs popping out, see if you can soften the front ribs in. And then hugging the upper arm bones together towards the ears. Good, exhale, round the back. Navel pulls in, shoulders spread apart. Inhale, rock to the front of the sit bones, lift up, look up. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift up. Nice deep breath. Exhale, round it in. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, release the hands all the way down. Nice. We'll take the feet straight out in front. And we'll do a reverse tabletop. So bring the feet straight out in front. Feet are about hips distance, knees hips distance. Take the hands behind the back. And we'll take the hands, the fingers, out to the sides. So allow the fingers to point to the left and the right. Walk the feet in towards the butt just a little bit. Press into the heels. Reverse tabletop. Lift the hips up. And if it's all right in your neck, you can drop the head back. If it's not okay in the neck, just keep the chin in slightly, gazing up toward the ceiling. So strong in the arms, keep lifting the hips high. One more breath here. Good, and exhale, lower all the way down. Good, 2 more times. Press into the heels, lift the hips. Roll the shoulders back slightly so they're away from the ears. And if it's all right in your neck, drop the head back. Exhale, lower back down. One more time. Inhale, press into the heels, lift the hips, lengthen the tailbone forward. Maybe chin is tucked in. If it's all right, drop the head back. Good, and exhale, lower all the way down. And we'll take the legs straight out in front. Shake the legs a little bit. Right knee into the chest, left or right leg, open it up to the side. You can place the sole of the foot on the left inner thigh or perhaps on the shin if you can't get it up on the inner thigh. And if you need a block, if the knee is lifting up a lot, take the block underneath the right knee. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold over the left thigh. And you can grab the feet or the foot if you'd like. If you have a strap nearby, maybe grab a strap, or you can catch hold of the ankle or the shin. Inhale to re-lengthen the spine. Exhale, take a little spin of the right rib cage down so it Little twist and then fold. Janu Shavasana. Take about 5 cycles of breath. Just notice where you're feeling a stretch. This pose tends to have a little bit of everything in it. So notice the stretch in the back of the hamstring, little hip opener going on in the right thigh, the right hip. Then there's a tiny spin of the right rib cage as you fold down. Good, inhale to come all the way back up. Help the knee back to center and straighten it out. Shake out the legs, other side, left knee in, revolve it out to the side, place it on the inner thigh or perhaps the shin. Inhale, lift the arms. Take a little twist towards the right leg and then fold, grabbing something, the outer edges of the foot, maybe your strap, maybe your ankle or your shin. Inhale to re-lengthen. Exhale, little spin of the left ribs down as you fold. And this side may be different. Just noticing what the body's tendencies. So we want to flex the right toes. The toes tend to spin out. So see if we can get the toes pointing to the ceiling, flexing the feet. And if your hamstring's on the tighter side, little micro bend in the knee or a big bend if you need it. Just to keep a nice long spine. The back will eventually round, but we want to try to keep a nice long spine and then fold. Good, come on out of that. Help the left knee to center, and then we'll take a wide-legged stance. So you may want to spin to the side of the mat, take the legs wide apart. If you are still on your blanket or your pillow, stay sitting up on it. You might need to adjust it. Flex the toes, so make this pose active. So to prevent rounding in the lower back, we elevate with a blanket or a pillow. If you still have rounding in the lower back, take the hands behind the back and see if you can rock to the front of the sit bones. So there's no rounding at all in the back, in the lower back. Roll the shoulders back and then find a little coil in the chest. Lift the breastbone, maybe look up. Nice deep breath in. Keep rooting the sit bones down, lifting the chest. Navel's hugging in just a little bit. Good, and then exhale, we'll take a little fold. So hinge from the hips, walk the hands forward. Maybe bring in some blocks, maybe block under the forehead. Spin the palms to face the ceiling. Just however you want to rest in this pose, just getting a nice stretch in the inner thighs. And notice as you start to slowly warm up the body, maybe you can come to your forearms. Feel free to close the eyes. And inhale, come up nice and slowly. Then we'll take one hand on either side of the right leg. Spin the navel towards the right thigh and then fold on down. Walking the hands out, perhaps the right hand can grab the foot. If you have a strap, loop the strap with the right hand. We'll take a little spin of the rib cage. Inhale, left arm to sky. Take the left hand behind the back. Reach the elbow towards the back of the room. So we're getting into that quadratus lumborum, that really tight muscle that's in the lower back. Tends to get really tight from sitting and driving and what have you, quarantining. So see if you could send the breath to that left outer hip. Inhale the left arm straight up, exhale it over the ear, and then we'll just pulse a little bit. So just nice gentle pulses. So we don't want to pulse it too much so that right sit bone lifts up, or the left sit bone rather. So just keep both sit bones rooting and just do little pulses. Good, and then inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, hands come down. You might need to move the strap over to the other foot if you're using it. We'll come all the way, both hands on either side of the left thigh, spin the navel just a bit, and then fold on down. You can take your hand to the foot or perhaps grab your strap. Inhale, spin the rib cage, right arm to sky, take the hand behind the back of the head, draw the elbow towards the back wall. And then both sit bones are rooting. Just continue to root, flexing the toes. If you have any tension going on in the knees, shorten the stance a little more. So no need to do a lot here in this pose. The pose will do a lot for you. So just come to your edge and hold it and breathe. And this side may be tighter. So just notice, take a little mental note. Good, inhale, right arm up. Exhale, spin it and fold it over the ear. And then little pulses here. Just very gentle. Good, and then come on up. Exhale, hands come down, grab underneath the knees, help the knees up. And we'll take a little windshield wiper. So take the legs wide apart. And then windshield wiper the knees side to side. So drop them to the left, drop them to the right. Gentle windshield wipers side to side. Keep the chest lifting, so we don't want to round the back. So even in these little passive poses, keep lifting the chest. Nice tall spine. Good. Come back to center. We'll go ahead and stand up. So remove the blanket or the pillow if you're sitting up on it. Feet are about hips distance, generous forward bend. So Uttanasana, fold on down, bend the knees as much as you need to, let the crown of the head hang down. Good, go ahead and interlace the hands behind the back. Bring the palms right to your tailbone, or perhaps grab a strap if you need to. Roll the shoulders and then any amount, start to lift the knuckles toward the sky, straightening the arms. And shake up the head again, release any neck tension. Good, release the clasp of the hands, hands to shins. Arda Uttanasana, lift the chest. So find that little back bend in the upper back. Shoulders draw away from the ears, bottom tips of the shoulder blades pressing into the heart. Exhale, fold on down. Uttanasana, knees can stay bent or maybe work them a little straighter. Inhale, hands to shins. Flat back, Arda Uttanasana. Exhale, fold on down. One more time, inhale for Arda, lift the chest. Exhale, hands to hips, elbows in, little micro bend in the knees as you come all the way up to standing. Good, once you get there, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Seal the palms, exhale, hands to heart. Good, hands to hips. We'll take a wide stance. So step the feet wide apart, hands to hips. And then if you have some blocks, we'll take those two blocks and place them. They could either be on the highest height or you could drop them down if you need to the front of the mat, and we'll take our hands to the blocks. Or perhaps you don't have blocks, maybe come up onto your fingertips on the floor. So we'll work the inner thighs a bit. So go ahead and rock the hips side to side. So bend the right knee, come to center, bend the other, come on to center. Just go side to side. Toes are parallel. Blocks are right underneath the shoulders. So if you need to walk them back some, go ahead, walk them back some. And then once you come over to the right, bend the right leg. Perhaps you just stay here. If you want to drop it down, flip the toes to the sky. Maybe you still have your hands on blocks. Maybe the hands are in front of you on the floor. So big inner thigh stretch. Flexing the left toes, and the right heel may make it down, it may not. So in my body today, it's making it down. So some days it won't happen. So if you're up on the ball of your toes, that's okay. Just keep flexing the toes. Maybe stay here for stability. If you want to take your hands to your heart, lift the chest. Breathing here. Skandasana. Good. Plant the palms. Inhale, come up to center. Maybe bring your blocks and then take it over to the left. Bend the left knee. Come up onto the top or the top of the heel of the right foot. Yeah, in my body, this left heel is lifting up. If you can get it down, try to get it down. It's not important though. Maybe hands stay on the blocks. Lift the chest and breathe. And then maybe hands to heart. Keep lifting the chest. Good, hands come back down. Rock the hips back to center, hands to hips. Lift the elbows in towards each other, little bend in the knees as you rise up to stand. Heel toe the feet together, we'll do one little balance. So tree pose, hands to hips. Find a little focal point, little drishti. And then lift the right knee. Right knee lifts up. You may need to go to a wall. Revolve the leg out to the side and then choose a modification. You can put it next to the ankle, on the shin, or up on the inner thigh. And the hips like to veer off. Can we get them to the front of the room? And then the standing hip likes to jet out, firm it in and up. Good, so that's your stable leg. It's that left hip firming in. And once you feel nice and stable, hands to heart. And if you tap down, just come on back. Give yourself a little smile. Maybe grow your branches. Breathing, breathing. Good, exhale, hands to heart. Don't lower the knee down. Just inhale the knee to center. Grab around the shin, pull the knee into the chest. Keep lifting chest. And then slowly let it go. Nice, shake out the standing leg. And we'll do the other side. Join the feet, hands to hips. Left knee lifted up when you're ready. Find your focus, your little drishti. Revolve the leg, choose your modification next to the ankle, on the calf, or up on the inner thigh. We just don't want it on the knee joint. We don't want to torque the knee. We want to square the hip points. Hands to heart when you feel nice and stable. And that standing hip, is it veering out? Really firm it in and up. So that's your stable leg. And breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. If you want to grow your branches, any way you want to express yourself here. A few more deep breaths. And then hands to heart. Don't lower the leg yet. Inhale, knee to center. Wrap your hands around the shins. Pull the knee into the chest, lifting the breastbone. And that standing leg is nice and active. And exhale, lower it down. Nice, shake it out. Maybe circle the ankles. My ankles tend to pop. Good. And then we'll step the feet wide apart, spin the heels out. We'll take a squat, so squat on down. Maybe you have some blocks to sit up on. Maybe you don't need any blocks, hands to heart. Press the elbows into the knees, lift the chest. Good. Right hand to heart, left arm to sky, lift it up. Good, exhale, hand comes back down, left hand to heart, right arm up. Offer your heart to the ceiling, to the sky, to the universe. Exhale, come on back, and then go ahead and sit on down. Spin to the front of the mat, and then lay on down. Grab the backs of the knees if you need assistance. Both feet flat on the mat. We'll take thread the needle, cross the right ankle over the left knee. Maybe here's plenty. Maybe you're already feeling a good stretch in the hip, in the right outer hip. If you want to take it a bit further, lift the knees into the chest, Thread the right arm through the triangle and grab the back of the left thigh. Flexing the toes, flexing the right toes. Left toes can hang loosely. And breathing. Feel free to close the eyes. Sending the breath to the right outer hip. Inhale, left leg straight to the ceiling. Point and flex the toes, circle the ankle. Good, and then lower the foot down. And then we'll just keep our figure 4 in the legs, so the right ankle still crossed over. Take the arms into cactus arms, and then we'll just drop the knees or the legs over to the left. And if you want to take this a little deeper, you can take that right hand and press the hip open just a little bit. Do a little hands-on adjustment for yourself. Good. And if the left knee is coming down a little bit, see if we can get it at a 90-degree angle. So you'll really feel a stretch if that left knee is at a 90-degree angle. And then just use a hand to help press the knee or the hip open, just very gently. Good, let that go. Come on back to center, and then take both feet flat on the mat again. Good, left leg over the right knee, left ankle over the right knee, flex the left toes, maybe stay here, maybe lift the knees, thread the left arm through the triangle, grab the back of the right thigh. Shoulders are on the mat, so shoulder blades stay on the mat. Feel free to close the eyes. Just take a little mental note, what side's a little tighter. Sending the breath to the left hip. Hip openers can be really intense. When you're ready, right leg to the sky, maybe point and flex the toes, circle the ankle. And then bend the right knee. Let the arms go. Right foot comes on the mat. We'll keep our figure 4, drop the knees and the legs over to the right. Trying to get the right knee parallel, so 90 degree in the right knee. Maybe you need to lift it up a little more. And then if you want to take the hand, press the thigh open, press the hip open. Good, inhale, come all the way back up. Release the feet. And then we'll just take the feet wide apart, windshield wiper the knees side to side. Good, and then come on back to center. Walk the feet in towards the bum a little bit. Thighs or hips distance. One bridge pose. Press into the feet. Inhale, lift the hips. Lift the arms to the back of the room. So we get a nice stretch. Reach the fingertips back. Lengthen the tailbone forward. Don't move the neck around here. Chins in slightly. Good, and then exhale, lower all the way down. Good, hug both knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug, little rock side to side. And when you're ready, curl up in a tight little ball. Forehead to your knees. Wrap your hands around the shins. Get really compact. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze here. So squeeze everything. Facial muscles, toes. Nice deep breath in. Squeeze a little bit more. And then exhale. Release everything. So let it all go. Straighten out the legs. Allow the palms to spin up to the ceiling. If you have a blanket or a pillow nearby, maybe you want to take it underneath the head. And just close the eyes and take your Shavasana. You can stay in it as long as you'd like. So just getting fully surrendering here, getting as comfortable as you can. Let go of any controlled breathing. Just letting the bones get heavy, letting gravity do the work. Fully releasing, relaxing, and just letting everything go. This was a short practice, so we'll just take a minute or two Shavasana just to bring everything back into balance. Feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. If you're ready to come out, slowly bring some movement back into the body. Bend the knees, roll off to one side, and make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Keep the eyes closed if you'd like. Just taking a moment just to have a little seated meditation just for a second, just to notice what that little bit of movement did for the body. Just to start your morning, it's good to just do a little bit of movement. If you can just make it on your mat for 10 minutes, sit in meditation for even a minute, it really can change your day. But keeping the eyes closed, go ahead, nice deep breath, sweep the arms up and over the head, gather it all up, exhale, hands to heart, sealing in your practice, lower the mind toward your fingertips, and have a beautiful rest of your day, beautiful morning. Feel free to check us out on urbanyoga.org if you need to donate, if you haven't already. And we also have some good classes going on Zoom and in the park. So lots of good options. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Thanks for practicing. Namaste.